Hi, this is Vaughn Daly, and today I want to talk a little bit about John 10:10. It talks about Satan came to steal, kill, and destroy, and that Jesus came to give life and life more abundantly. It all pertains to the war we find ourselves in. The war is real, and it's going to get much worse. The writing's on the wall that the things that we become very accustomed to is not going to be long, and they're going to be taken away from us. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, just look back at COVID just a couple years ago and the things they took away from us. It's coming again. We're in a war, good versus evil. And there's so many things that prove that we're in the war, that they're attacking us, that the evil is attacking the good, and we have to take the fight back. And how do we take the fight back? How do we attack evil? Well, first, we don't join their forces. We get out of their forces, right? We accept Jesus, come to the good side, almost like Star Wars. You know, may the Force be with you, but the Force is a good force. The Force is Jesus. If you don't know Jesus, you must accept Jesus. And as the war rages on all around us, everything, or so many things, seem upside down and backwards. I mean, I mentioned some before, but I can't get it out of my mind because of the transgenderism that's happening. The transgender affirming surgery on our kids. I can't believe that's happening. Child trafficking. That is so bad. The push for and the push to legalize pedophilia. Man, child trafficking and legalizing pedophilia. That's interesting. Artificial intelligence. Man, if you haven't looked into artificial intelligence, you should look into it and see what they're doing. You look at the prolific pornographic culture of this country. Do you realize that most people in the United States have seen pornography by the time they're 13, and they're introduced to it as early as 6 or 7 years old? It's everywhere, and totally available on these smartphones, right? We have to get that out of our culture. The death of the family, like today, the family isn't a core part of America. The death of the public school system is more of an indoctrination system. The emasculation of men. Like, it's not okay to be a manly man anymore. But we were going to change that. It's time that men stand up and have a backbone, stand up for the truth. And the emasculization of women, what's up with that? And then, of course, we talk about transhumanism. You know, adding computers to us. That's just crazy. You know, and then when I started off this is Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. What does that mean? Well, just right in Genesis, the book of Genesis, he deceived Eve, and then, of course, then Adam, and he lied to them, saying by eating of the fruit, they would surely not die. But he killed them. He killed the spirit. That's why Jesus had to come back, restore, so we have the ability to restore our spirit, to be reborn, right? To be born again. You know, Satan disguises himself as an angel of light in 2 Corinthians 11:14. Why do you think there are so many false prophets that claim to know Jesus, but the fruit of their labor is not at all good? And as you realize, things are going to continue to get worse. We need to understand there's hope. There's hope in Jesus. He came that we may have life, and life more abundant. He came to return our power and authority that Satan stole from us in the Garden of Eden. He came so we could destroy the works of Satan through him. It's important if you're listening to this, you're important. You have to understand how important you are to harness the power through Jesus that you have. He came to set us free. Like, look at all the bondage that's in this world. You know, if you're addicted to something like pornography, alcoholism, fits of rage, adultery, fornication, murder, drunkenness, I mean, the list goes on. Chances are you're not going to get out of it by yourself. You're going to need Jesus. Only Jesus will give you the power to not want that stuff anymore. It's going to change you. You'll have the old person and then the new person. The new person is totally different. If I haven't, I know I keep harping on this because it's so important to accept Jesus. There's nothing you can lose. And you gain everything. Everything. What you lose is the desire to sin. That's why you should say you do lose something, the desire to sin. But that's a gain, right? It's a gain. Things are ramping up. This one world government and Agenda 2030 and taking the power and authority away from the people, taking away their liberty and freedom. It's coming. Just look at what they did during COVID. The writing's on the wall. So please be prepared. If you don't know Jesus, please accept Jesus. And just have a nice day, and may you always walk in the truth.